Hi everybody. I know I've been gone for a little while, but I just kind of had the need to step back a little bit. Got very busy in my life, a whole lot of things going on, and needed to cut a few things out for a little bit, and unfortunately the video series was one of those things. But back at you today. Just want to talk to you a little bit about a couple of things rolling around in my head, and play a tune for you that I think is appropriate for today. So, to begin with, I'd like to offer my sincere thanks and heartfelt congratulations to a great friend of mine named Mark Bernier. Mark has announced that he's stepping back from his video series for a little while after posting 250 videos over the course of the past few months. It's an enormous body of work, very impressive to say the least. I mean, these videos may be fun and easy to sit back and watch, but they can be very difficult to do. So, Mark, thank you very much. It's a wonderful body of work that is going to be enjoyed for decades to come, and we're all looking forward to hearing from you again when you decide you have something fresh to say to us. Second thing I'd like to talk about is another heartfelt congratulations to the group that I started playing music with, the Kentish Guards Fife and Drum Corps, which is a part of the larger organization, the Kentish Guards Rhode Island Militia. The Kentish Guards were first chartered on the 29th of October in 1774, so that means they have just celebrated their 246th year of continuous service to the United States. Very impressive thing, to say the least. Thank you all very much for all that you have done for so many people over so many years. As I say, I started playing the fife with the Kentish Guards Fife and Drum Corps in the mid-60s, and in the early 70s I made the acquaintance of two men who became real cornerstones of my life. The first being John Chalya of Bradford, Connecticut, and the second being John Benoit of Uxbridge, Massachusetts. I've shown you this picture before. This is from the Westbrook muster, I think, in the year 1977, judging from the length of my hair. The fellow with the long ponytail, his back to us, is John Chalya. The slight of frame fellow with the amazing beard is John Benoit, and the practically hairless young pup on the other side is yours truly. As happens in many long-term relationships, there's a falling out along the way, and I started becoming more serious about playing traditional Irish music and went on the path of studying the traditional Irish flute. The two Johns stayed on in American fife and drum music, formed a duet that they called Fife in the Fast Lane, and eventually, as happens, they had a bit of a falling out, which lasted for far too many years. I was thrilled, therefore, yesterday when I got this picture was sent to me by my friend Paul Joseph. I'm trying to find an angle where there's not too much glare. Of course, their two sparkling personalities make that difficult. The fellow who's obviously auditioning for the role of Gandalf in the next Lord of the Rings movie is John Chalya. The nattily attired fellow who looks like he's ready for his Sunday pint at Murphy's Dewdrop Inn is John Benoit. And I am so happy to see that after the fight came the reconciliation, now followed by the reunification, kind of our theme for today. Fife music has played an enormous role in my life and is also one of the prominent threads in the tapestry of the United States of America. beginning in 1776, when the 13 independent colonies waged a war of independence against Great Britain, where this fife was played by a British soldier. After that fight came a slight disagreement in 1812, but from that disagreement, on one night, Mr. Francis Scott Key adapted words to an Old English rowing club song, which became the national anthem of the United States, the Star-Spangled Banner. Shortly after that time, a few decades later, came the bloody American Civil War, a war fought to determine if that union would persist. And this fife was played on the battlefields of that horrible war. A fight, followed by a reconciliation, followed by a reconciliation, followed by a reunification. It's been my enormous honor and privilege for the last 10 years to be the fife maker for the United States Army's Presidential Honor Guard Fife and Drum Group called the Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps. I've just finished building this set of 10 fifes that I'm about to send to them. These fifes are going to be played in the inaugural parade after the next President of the United States is determined. It's been a hard time in America the last few years. It's a very hard time right now. There's a large fight going on. Hopefully, after this fight will come a reconciliation. Inevitably, well, not inevitably, hopefully followed by a reunification. Today is the 3rd of November, but more importantly, it is the first Tuesday in November of the 4th year. That means that today, voting comes to a conclusion in the United States to determine who will be the next president of that great nation. So I'd like to play for you a tune that I've played for you in the past that I think is appropriate for today. That song concludes with the words, "The land of the free and the home of the brave." There's been the fight. Today, the voting concludes. Hopefully, starting tomorrow, comes the reconciliation, to be followed by a reunification. I'd like to close this video today with 13 words. words uttered by a inspirational modern philosopher. The United States began as 13 independent colonies. They're now 50 United States. These 13 words come from the philosopher Abigail Healy, and they are: take a moment, take a rest, take a breath, and do your best. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope going forward we all do indeed our best. Be safe, be well, love each other. I'll see you again when it's time to see you again.